Just wanna love you for my whole life. Do it for you, I'ma make time. I wanna kick it until midnight, just to be with you till the sunrise. I think you're making me crazy. Put my heart up on the midnight. I got this trust for you. Got it 'cause I know what you like.
Good morning, besties. Today is an exciting day. Well, so as everyone knows, we are interested in exploring the options of changing IVF clinics, and so today we have a consultation at 1. So that's where I'm on my way to now. Yes, you don't see God with me, but he is going to attend. He's at work, and the place is closer to his job than it is from home, so we thought it would make sense, more sense for him to just meet me there. So I'm meeting God there. And then, as everyone knows, this past weekend my son graduated on Friday. Congratulations, Cliff. I love you, baby, and I'm so proud of you. But yeah, so my family was in town, my aunt, my brother, and my brother is still here. So baby Nari is with my brother right now, and so I'm gonna go over, head over now to our consultation. Let's go, ladies. Okay, guys, we are here. Gav has gotten here before me, so oh, he came out. I just talked to him and he was already upstairs in the building. I guess he came out. I see him by the door. But yes, here we go, y'all. Good, how are you? Okay, you guys, I am done with my consultation. Gav just left. I'm sitting in my car before I get on the freeway back home. But so our consultation went really well. Such an amazing doctor. And again, I'm not bashing any clinics or anything like that, but just from the first consultation, it's a complete difference from the clinic we just came from, where we had the 2 fellows. She was very thorough. I mean, she wrote down everything. She went through my records and my histories with me all over again, as if I'm just starting IVF. And I appreciated it, because as I said before, that's what I had at my first clinic, CCRM in Dallas, and that was not done at my consultation at the last clinic. She was just writing everything down, and like showing us, and very thorough. I mean, we were talking to the doctor for about an hour and a half, and it was about history, and it was about, directions we can go, what needs to be done. That makes me, feel good that she's actually looking at my records. She's not just, let's do a transfer. Everything went well. I think we found our clinic, you guys. Gavino walked out with a happy face, big old smile on his face, saying, this is the clinic. How we're gonna do this is, she wants to run a lot of tests, and which is okay with me. That's what I want, right? We did not do a lot of tests at our last clinic. We did do a lot of tests at our previous clinic before that. But she wants to go and do a lot of tests, check off our checklist, and she's actually sending me to a blood clotting doctor, just so they can give us amount of dosage of love analysis or blood thinners that I will need, because, you know, IVF clinics, how she explained, usually give you what you need if you have a disorder like I do when you're trying to get pregnant. But when you're not pregnant, since you do have this disorder, you should be, you know, you should see one of these doctors anyway, just to make sure that you're okay. And they're the ones that can give you the precise doses that you should be on. So she said, what better to get this information from them, right? Which I agree. Because too, yeah, I'm on blood clotting medicine when I'm pregnant or when I'm doing IVF, but after I give birth, I'm no longer on anything, but I still have this disorder. So I'm doing testing over there. I'm also going to have another saline sonogram. My one I had in Dallas, CCRM, years back, you know, everything was fine. Well, you know, there was a few times I had fibroids and stuff, but she wants to check it again since I had some fails to make sure I'm still clear. We're also going to do HSG, whatever, you know, to check if your tubes are open and things like that. Again, I've done that at CCRM, and that was some years ago, and my tubes were open and everything was fine with that, but she wants to redo it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the thoroughness. I appreciate her wanting to check all boxes. Right now, we don't even have a prospective transfer day, and I'm okay with that. We're working on tests first. She wants to run all these tests so that she can be as accurate as possible and confident as possible with her protocol that she gives me for this transfer. And I like that, and I appreciate that. I do not want to go into another transfer without research. A previous video at the end of my last failed transfer with the previous clinic about things that I thought was a little off, where there was, you know, I felt like my protocol was more on luck, not science and research. So I appreciate that she's doing more research. She reminds me of the doctor I had in CCRM. She was all about research. Me and my husband had said we wanted to transfer too, and a lot of good doctors would refuse to transfer too, especially if you have tested embryo. And my doctor at CCRM, I explained to you guys a story how she, from the get-go at our consultation, she refused to transfer too. After all the testing and the miscarriage and then the failed transfer, at that point she recommended us to transfer too, and that's when we transferred to with baby Nairi. One implanted, one did not, and we got baby Nairi out of that transfer. So I was, you know, we asked her, would she transfer to based off of my history? And she's one that say too, she refuses to transfer to because of the risk, and they feel like the risk of a multiple pregnancy and the risk of you know, carrying multiples and the complications the possibilities of complications with you know, a multiple pregnancy baby, you know, NICU and things like that, giving birth early, those are a lot higher than doing one at a time. You know, she recommends one. However, she is willing to explore the idea because of my history. You know, I've had 4 failed transfers, my age. The only time I had a successful transfer was when we implanted 2, and I did not get multiples. I got 1. She's 50-50 with it right now. She wanted to sit down with all the rest of the doctors in the office and get their take on it first before she can give us an indefinite yes or no, just because of the high risk. And she said right now with us it's 50-50. She said she can see a lot of people saying, you know, a lot of doctors saying there is reason, you know, to transfer too. You know, this situation does qualify for it, but then too, you will still have some doctors that might say, you know, maybe, you know, if we had done this different, maybe, you know, she wouldn't have had fails or whatever. So She wants to get back all the tests from the rest of the doctor. HSG, the saline sonogram. She wants me to go see the blood clotting doctor. And she's also, this is how thorough she is, she's also going to reach out to my OBGYN that delivered Nairi, and ask for his opinion on a multiple pregnancy for me if they both take. So that's how thorough she is. She's reaching out to my OBGYN to get his input as well. But so as far as transferring to, it's 50-50 right now, but like I said, we don't even know when or about when we will transfer. She wants to focus on test and looking at everything first to make sure that our next transfer, I have the best chance possible, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay if I don't have a transfer for the next 8 months, you know. I would rather a doctor do their research to make sure that they are confident in my next transfer. So right now we're just focused on testing that and stuff like that. I will take you guys along with this journey, and this is nice for you guys to see the difference in doctors and finding a good doctor, because you guys saw, the ones that have been following from the beginning, you guys saw me at an amazing clinic in CCRM where they were very thorough, and then I came here to San Antonio and chose this other clinic and they were not as thorough, and they were very nice, very positive over there, and that would grab you, but they weren't very thorough and were not into research as much. So, and now I'm back at a clinic that the doctor is more on research. And what I loved about her, you guys, what I really loved about her, she kept saying, I can't tell you an answer until we get this test back, or until we get, and I love that. I love the fact that she wanted to make sure before she gives an answer, because she wanted to look and see where we were at on health-wise, right? I'm so blessed. Right now I feel so good just to be back at a normal place. I really have high hope for this clinic, and that everything's gonna go good. This was an amazing clinic. Gavino walked out with a smile. I walked out with a smile, but confidence. Again, we don't even have a perspective. Usually our first thing is, when can we transfer? And we don't even know when we're gonna transfer, or if it's close or far, but we're happy that the research is gonna be done. And here's a secret, you guys. Remember, you guys, I told you guys on a previous video, I was talking about infertility is a disease, and I was talking about how I ran across a video of a doctor online, and I watched it, and she was talking about how more insurance companies should offer fertility coverage, because fertility is a disease, and once it's recognized as a disease, more women and males can get more help with that, with the disease of infertility, because in fact it is a disease, right? This is that doctor. This is that doctor that I was watching when I was telling you guys what I was watching. This is that doctor. So yeah, I loved how thorough she was. I have very good faith, and I'm going to take you guys along with the whole journey of going to do my testing and everything, so you guys can see. And you guys that are looking to go to IVF, or you might be at IVF clinic and you kind of feel like I felt at this previous clinic where I had the 2 fells, kind of like, is everything supposed to go this way, or is this right, or and you guys can see some of the things that this doctor is doing that my previous clinic didn't, and you guys can compare and see if there's something more that you want to ask your doctor to do. But yeah, I'll be taking you guys with me with my appointments to get my testing done and, you know, the results and things like that. But yeah, I'm so happy right now. I feel so blessed, and I'm just ready to do this the right way. And I thank you guys for supporting me. I thank you guys for following our journey. And yeah, stay tuned. No giving up over here. Love you, besties.